Hi, I'm Caroline Durava. I'm the Associate Executive Director with WeBloom, and I've been with the organization for 4.5 years now.
I'm Dustin Holman. I teach social studies and agriculture, and we call our teachers coaches here, so I'm a coach for social studies and agriculture. Underneath social studies, I teach geography and world history, as well as government. I've been at Purdue Polytechnic High School here in Broad Ripple this is my third year.
I'm Amy Hildebrand. I'm the CEO of HVAF of Indiana. I've worked here for 11 years now, and we provide housing and other essential services to veterans and families facing homelessness.
I first heard about Cluster Truck when my wife and I were living in Columbus, Ohio. So we were frequent customers, like once a week. Now when we made the trek over here to Indianapolis, unfortunately we were outside of your delivery zone, but as luck would have it, our school is within your delivery zone.
Cluster Truck has been one of our favorite partners since we opened our doors here in this location. So we're actually just located a few blocks away from the downtown kitchen, and so constantly our staff is ordering food or lunch from Cluster Truck, even double dipping and getting dinners. So we've just been a huge fan of Cluster Truck ever since our partnership started. And one of the first things we heard about was the Dine to Donate program as just a great way for our nonprofit, specifically Recovery Cafe Indy, to get funds back into the work that we're doing.
I follow you guys on all your channels, and one day there was a post about the Dine to Donate program, and so brought it to our leadership here at the school as a potential fundraiser for our government trip, and they were on board.
So obviously we're a nonprofit, so all financial donations are tax deductible, which is helpful, but we're able to utilize that funding to meet some of our biggest needs. Our community center, which houses our pantries, doesn't have a grant to support it, so financial support from the community is really helpful. It also helps support our permanent housing, our therapy program, and the rest of our housing. In total, we house about 170 veterans each night, about 103 transitional, and then 60 plus permanent housing units, and we're also doing rental assistance out in the community. So in terms of impact, last year we served just about 1,300 veterans across all of our programs. So the need is great, and the support from the community is really key to be able to do this work.
Well, last year we decided we wanted to take a trip as part of our government class to Washington, D.C. and Philadelphia. It was our inaugural trip, and the trip cost was about $800 per student. We knew that some of our families could afford that, but we also knew that there were families that would really struggle to make that payment, even though they wanted their kids to go. So that's what launched our fundraising efforts. We were also really blessed because of donations like Cluster Truck. We were able to help pay for lunches that were not covered under that fee. So actually every student got a $20 gift card to help cover lunches that they would have had to pay for themselves. So that was also a blessing.
So we're lucky to be just up the street from Cluster Truck. So I've heard of them, we ordered from them here before, and just really grateful that you guys reached out to us to include us in this opportunity. As I said, veterans serve all of us, so when our community comes alongside us in any kind of way to support this work, it's really meaningful.
One of the reasons we chose to do the Cluster Truck fundraiser over others was in part because you guys give back more than what other restaurants do. Also, you have delicious food. I mean, thinking of our clientele, so you guys have food that the kids wanted, that the families wanted. You guys made it so easy, and the impact was incredible. So we're so thankful to Cluster Truck for the opportunity.
My most favorite Cluster Truck item is the chicken Caesar wrap. I do get it without tomatoes, and it is a perfect lunch. The other thing I love is the barbecue pulled pork mac and cheese. That's another one for a colder day. And the last thing are all of the pizzas. We've had great success with Cluster Truck pizzas, and it's one of my most ordered items as well.
I'm a huge fan of the barbecue pork mac and cheese.
Tots. I gotta have the tots. Loaded tots, the nacho tots, and then sometimes I'll get a pork tenderloin sandwich, or also there's a really good salad. I can't think of the name of it right now, but those are my go-tos.